English with Lisa. In this video, I'm going to teach you the 3 degrees of adjectives from the simplest manner. Let's get started. So, what are these adjectives? Do you know them? Adjectives are the words that we use to describe nouns or to add something to the meaning of a noun. For example, this is a dress, and we can describe it with the word beautiful. And this is a tree, and it is what? It's a tall tree. This is a man, and he is a thin man. Now you know what adjectives are. Then let's talk of the types or the degrees of adjectives. The first type is positive, and the second one is comparative, and the third one is superlative. Now let's get to know these individually. The first type is positive adjectives. Now this is the simple form. We use this kind of adjectives when there's no comparison. Now this is a face. We say it's a happy face. We say it because we have nothing to compare with. And what's this? Yes, it's a hamster, but it's an animal, and we can describe it as a small animal. This is a car, and it's a long car. As you can see, there's no comparison, so it's the main or the simple adjective type. Remember, there's no comparison. And the second type, it's the comparative adjective. We use this when we have two things to compare. This is a happy face, but the second picture is a happier face. So the word happier is the adjective. This is a rabbit. It's a small animal, but this hamster is a smaller animal. This is a long car, but the bus is longer. Remember, if you have two things to compare, then use this comparative adjective type. Now the third type is superlative adjectives. If we have more than two things to compare, we use this. And remember, there's a rule. You have to add the word the, the, before this kind of adjective. This is a happy face, and the second one is a happier face, but the last one is the happiest face. So you can see I've used the word the before the word happiest. This is a rabbit, a small animal, and this is a hamster, a smaller animal, but this ladybug is the smallest animal. Remember to use the word the in front of the adjective. Now let's summarize the lesson. If you know, say these degrees of adjectives with me. Sweet, sweeter, the sweetest. Large, larger, the largest. Big, bigger, the biggest. Beautiful, beautifuler, beautifulest. No, it's wrong. It should be beautiful, more beautiful, and the most beautiful. Useful, usefuler, and usefulest. No, it's again wrong. It should be more useful and the most useful. Then why the last two words are not beautifuler and beautifulest and usefuler and usefulest? Well, there are different ways to create these degrees of adjectives from the positive ones. Now let's get to know what those ways are. The most common way is to add er and est. Er to make it comparative and est to make it superlative. Tall, taller, tallest, young, younger, youngest, great, greater, greatest. And the second type is when a word ends in the letter E. Then you have to add R and ST only, because that word already have the letter E. White, whiter, whitest. Large, larger, largest. Wise, wiser, wisest. Now the other type is when a word ends with the letter Y and preceded by a consonant, which means when the letter before Y is a consonant, you have to change that Y into an I and then add ER and EST. For example, the word happy has a letter Y at the end. Then cut off that Y and add IER and IEST. Happier and happiest. Heavy, heavier, heaviest. Easy, easier, and easiest. And the next one is when a one-syllabled word ends with a consonant, you have to double the last letter before adding ER and EST. A syllable is a sound. For example, beautiful is a two-syllabled word, beauty and full. But the word fat has only one sound, so it's a one-syllabled word. So you have to double the last letter. Fat, fatter, fattest. Big, bigger, biggest. Sad, sadder, saddest. Now here comes the last part, the words which have two or more syllables. Here we don't add ER or EST. Instead, we add the words more and most. Beautiful, more beautiful, and the most beautiful. Difficult, more difficult, and the most difficult. Courageous, more courageous, and the most courageous. And at last, we have a special rule. Here, we don't make the comparative and the superlative adjectives with the help of the positive ones. Instead, we create special and new words. So, what does that mean? You have to memorize these words. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Far, further, farthest. Up, upper, uppermost. So, if you know more of these words, leave a comment so others can learn too. That's the end of the lesson, and thank you for watching, and subscribe for more.